Hi, I'm Jackie Toops with Veterans Rideshare, and today we've got a very special guest. This is Scott West. He is the CEO of Veterans Rideshare, which is a transportation and freight company out in California that is putting veterans to work 1 mile at a time. So thank you so much for being here with us, Scott.
Oh, you're welcome. Hi, Jackie.
Hi, it is so good to be here and so good to meet you. I'm really excited because the entire Veterans Rideshare team has this amazing passion and enthusiasm for what they do. So I would love to hear a little bit about who you are, how you got involved, and some of the great work that you're doing with Veterans Rideshare. So to kick it off, could you tell us a little bit about your background, Scott?
Sure. I have been in the non-emergency medical transport business for over 30 years. Prior to that, I worked on a paramedic ambulance. And when I was working on that ambulance, I knew I wanted to do something for myself. I didn't want to work for somebody else. So I found a little niche in non-emergency transportation. My dad helped me buy the first company I bought. It had a couple of vans. And from there, with the help of acquisitions and a couple of partners that I took on, we had grown that company to 160 vehicles, doing non-emergency medical transport throughout California. Um, we did that for 20 years, and in 2007, that company was sold. And when it was sold, I actually was offered to help the Department of Healthcare Services in California to be a consultant. And in order to do that, they put me in front of a judge, and he actually deemed me an expert in non-emergency medical transportation.
Wow.
So, as a consultant, I was helping start companies. I was doing expert witness cases I never knew I would be doing before, doing a lot of training. And about 3 years ago, and doing all this, I met Chris. Chris came to me and asked help as a consultant about getting into non-emergency. Well, now it's been 3 years, and the first time we met, it was a bromance. We just loved each other's attitude. We loved what we were doing. We loved how we did it. And when Chris shared with me what he was doing about veterans, I found a whole new meaning. I found a whole new energy. I've been doing this for 30 years. So, it was kind of the end. I was looking to wind down and possibly sell what I had. But when I met Chris and he talked to me about what they're doing for veterans and how these companies aren't only in business to make money, but to help veterans, I got all energized and I was all about it. So it took me a few months later, and Chris and I had decided that I was going to sell my company, the consulting company, to VRS to become part of the team.
Oh, that's
So
fantastic.
yeah, so that's how it all started. That's again what I've been doing, and for the last 3 years, it's been all about growing these veteran companies because of what we're able to do for veterans. Uh, and I've been a believer ever since because it's one story after another where we've been able to help folks. And it, again, makes you want to wake up in the morning and see what we can do the next day to make it happen again. So that's kind of it in a nutshell.
Well, that's ideal. And I know what you mean about Chris. He's got a very enthusiastic, magnetic personality. He's very passionate about what he does. And I could see how you would say, hey, whatever mission he's on, I want to be a part of that. And I interviewed Chris last week, and just to give you all the viewers watching, Veterans Rideshare gives back to service members by employing veterans. They also provide special rates and fares for veterans organizations, and they donate a portion of all their fares to nonprofit organizations who support those who have served our country. And non-medical transport is very important. I'm sorry, not non-medical, non-emergency medical transport is incredibly important. I know that Chris last week shared a story about a family who had been impacted because some people need to make regular visits to the doctor. They're not always able to get there on their own. I'm from the state of Florida, and we have lots of senior citizens who could benefit from this sort of service. So I love that you guys are doing this out there in California, and I can't wait to just watch the brand grow. It's remarkable work. So
Yeah, it's been really exciting to watch, throughout these last 3 years where we've started to where we are now, and again, what we're able to do. And the visions we have for the future. It's pretty exciting stuff.
Oh, absolutely. There's nothing small about these visions. I love the large scale projections that Chris was giving me last week of the patriotic villages and ways that they're going to help rehabilitate and hire and help homeless veterans. And I mean, it's just grandiose. It's more than just providing transportation. There's so much more. I mean, it's really getting people from one place to another.
Right.
In a new way. So you said that you've seen how your work has helped touch the lives. Do you have a particular story or client or somebody that sticks out that's really benefited from the work you've done?
So yeah, I've got one good story. When I first started, again, met with Chris and we started working. He called me up during Christmas a couple of years ago and said, "I'm renting a limousine. I'm going to pick you up, and we're going to go do some Christmas rounds." Um, he picked me up. We went down, got a few people at the office, got everybody in the limousine. We went over to the VA. We saw some patients over there, got to meet with them. But then after, we met a family who was in need, a veteran and his wife and kids, who were about to be booted out of their apartment. Didn't have money for Christmas, didn't have money for the kids. So we showed up at their door unannounced, showed up with a Christmas tree, showed up with a bunch of rent money, showed up with money to give her daughter dance lessons because this girl's been dancing. She couldn't dance anymore. Again, it was a tearjerker. We were all, just feeling how important it was to be able to give to these folks. So again, that story there sticks out. There's tons of them. Again, and we've done this every year, but that one was special to me. That one really touched me because it was my first time. So it was really special.
That is tremendous, and that's one of the things that really attracted me to Veterans Rideshare. Because when I got to know you, I was working with ArmyWife101.com, and I have seen Veterans Rideshare provide special Christmases for our readers who couldn't afford it. They weren't sure how they were going to get gifts to children. I've seen meals provided for Thanksgiving when they weren't sure how to put food on the table. So what I think is incredible about Veterans Rideshare is that you all really get out there and do the work. You're rolling up your sleeves. You're in the trenches. You're making a difference firsthand. The fact that I love that you were in a limousine. That's amazing. That's a perk of knowing Chris. He's got that special flair that's so exciting.
Yeah, I still get calls today. I still get calls, and people find us on Facebook and they reach out, and I call them personally, and we see how we can help them or how we can direct them or who can assist them the best. So it's not something that just happens every once in a while. This is something that happens every day.
That's fantastic. Well, I love how much you all are supporting the military and the veteran community. And that for you, that this was something new after working so long. You said 30 years. And were you looking at retiring and kind of slowing things down, or?
Yeah, I told Chris when we met, I'm probably on about a 5-year plan now. I got to wind things down. He said, after you start working with me, there is no plan to retire. You don't need to retire. And it's true. Again, I don't have that vision anymore. All I want to do is get to work every day and see how we can help.
Oh, that's special. That's because you're actually, it must feel like you're part of something bigger than you and making a difference. It's not just menial, like looking at the clock, wondering, okay, when am I done? And I think that's good that you've got that passion and excitement now and that you're impacting so many lives. So,
and it's the people that work for us too, right? Everybody's bought into it. I've got Tony Turner's our trucking manager. I've got Lorena Lopez as our dispatch manager, and they fight the same fight every day. They're awesome. They do their job great. Everybody that works for them does a great job, but they all feel it's for the same reason. That's what makes it really special.
absolutely. Having the right team is just key, and finding those people. And when you do, and everyone's like-minded and they're all going after the same thing, I mean, you can't beat that. And
Right.
if you're looking forward to going to work every day, then you're definitely doing something right. And I know that rubs off on the clients as well, because they're going to see that that's the company culture, that everybody is happy to be doing it. They want to be there. And I can only imagine how warm and welcoming that would be for the clients who need a ride to the doctor or any of the multitude of services that you provide.
Oh yeah. Again, it makes a huge impact, and it's real. It's happening all the time.
That's fantastic. So, do you have a favorite part about your job with Veterans Rideshare?
Well, it's kind of funny. The whole thing's my favorite. I had never dreamed 3 years ago I'd have anything to do with trucking or any type of other industry other than non-emergency medical transport. But the fact that I'm learning something new and getting into the trucking industry, again, transportation, we're just moving products instead of people, but it's principally the same thing. So again, being able to learn that trucking side and figure out how again we can accommodate those who need help. We're hiring plenty of truckers, veteran truckers, on the dispatch side, on the billing side. Again, all these folks are able to help. So I think right now I would say that's my favorite. Again, I've been doing the non-emergency for such a long time. It's kind of natural. But this new thing, this new trucking, again, is very interesting to me. And, trying to help out on this side, again, brings excitement.
That's tremendous. It's always great to learn something new and keep you on your toes. And that I can definitely see how that would be interesting after so long. So, one you could basically probably just do in your sleep. And then the other one's going to take a little more learning and fine tuning. But that's all
Exactly.
fantastic. But I could easily see how the two would relate. So, for veterans who are looking to have an opportunity with Veterans Rideshare, are you currently hiring at the moment?
Always hiring drivers for the non-emergency side. We
Mhm.
cover the Kern County area right now, Bakersfield, in the Inland Empire, Riverside, San Bernardino. So we're always looking for good drivers in those areas. We're expanding on a regular basis. Just keeps growing. On the trucking side, of course, we're a nationwide over-the-road company. So wherever these truck drivers are, if they want to find a good company to work for, all they need to do is reach out to some of our other drivers, reach out on Facebook to see the positive comments. Uh, and yeah, so we're always looking for good people. We have uh, positions right now in our driver support as well on the trucking side because it's growing so much. And again, these are work from home jobs, these dispatch jobs. We don't have everybody sitting in an office. We give them the luxury of being able to work from home, get work in your pajamas, have your baby next to you and your barking dog. Those are all good things to us. We know what that means to someone to be able to work from home. And I started that myself about 5 years ago. I had an office. We all met, but we joke because we say now, just like the only thing we can't do now is smell each other. We work efficiently. Everybody can hear each other. We can see each other, but no one calls out sick, and no one calls out because the kids are sick home from school. So it gives everybody that luxury to know we have those folks. We have the ability to do everything web based. So being able to work from home in those positions is, to me, a wonderful thing. So yeah, we have plenty of positions, and if those people are out there listening or watching that are interested, again, you can contact us through Facebook. We'll respond right away and get our HR people to see if we can help you out.
Oh, that's tremendous. That's excellent. I know that as someone who's my husband just is transitioned out of the Army in the last week, and I'm watching a lot of other people go through that. He was set up with a job, but a lot of people aren't quite sure what they're doing yet. So I think that's a wonderful opportunity for veterans. And I can definitely speak to working from home because I'm over here in Maryland on the East Coast while you're in California. And I love having the freedom and the flexibility. It's just a completely different lifestyle. But if you are motivated and you're able to, stay on top of things and it's just ideal. I love that this ability exists and it's helped me connect with people like you on the other side of the country. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
and trucking is an industry that starts early. So if we find people on the East Coast, it's even better for us because they're 3 hours ahead of us.
Oh,
So
fantastic.
it works out really well to have people work from home.
Fantastic. So they could either go to your Facebook at Veterans Rideshare or they can go to veteransrideshare.com to look
Correct.
for opportunities.
Correct. Yeah, and then all our information for contacting us is there. again, they can get a hold of us and we'll be happy to see if we can accommodate them, if they can help us.
Well, fantastic. Well, it's so nice to meet you and talk with you today. Everybody I've reached out to, because I'm the newest team member working from home here, everyone has been very warm, engaging, and you can just tell that there's this sense of it's like a family. It's one team and one mission. And I just love that you all are doing so much for the veteran community. I think that's very important, and it's something that we need to do more and more of. So Chris Pozek has definitely started something remarkable, and there you are, right at the top by his side, making it happen. So thank you so much for what you do, Scott. I think it's tremendous work. So keep it up. Don't retire
Well,
yet.
I'm very blessed to meet Chris and the whole team. I think we're very blessed to have you aboard now, and we're really excited because we need this opportunity from someone like yourself to help us grow. So, welcome aboard.
Well, thank you. I am happy to be part of the team, and I'm definitely going to look forward to telling more of the personal stories behind this incredible organization of Veterans Rideshare and all the other entities and irons in the fire that you guys currently have, because there's a lot of exciting development that's going to help a lot of people in our country.
Yeah, well, thank you very much for being part of the team, and you do everything you do to help us grow.
Well, thank you, Scott. I appreciate your time. Thank you to everyone for watching. You can check out their website at veteransrideshare.com. Thank you again, and I hope you have a wonderful day.
Thanks, Jackie. Bye bye.
Thank you, Scott.